All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are breaking down a powerful framework for getting to your goals way, way faster. This is all built on 21 incredible secrets from Coach Bank Superit, and we're going to get straight into it. Just think about that for a second. Seriously, if you could hand yourself a set of cheat codes, a roadmap to avoid all the dumb mistakes, and just accelerate your success, what would you say? Well, that very question is what this whole explainer is all about. So we've taken all of that amazing wisdom, all 21 secrets, and we've boiled them down into 4 core pillars. This isn't just some random list of tips, It's a full-blown system you can actually use to transform things, starting right now from the inside out. And that brings us perfectly to our first, and honestly, our most important pillar. You have to change your inner world. The idea here is simple, but it is so profound. Before you can ever hope to change your results on the outside, you absolutely have to change the person who's getting those results. Now, what's so cool about this is how it completely reframes reality. See, your inner world, what you believe, your mindset, your discipline, that's the cause. Everything else, everything you see around you, the money you make, the quality of your relationships, your health, that's all just the effect. And this, right here, this is the law of the mirror, and it illustrates the point perfectly. I mean, you can't stand in front of a mirror and yell at your reflection to smile, right? It just doesn't work that way. If you want the reflection to smile, you have to smile first. Your outer world is literally just a reflection of your inner state. So the first move, the most crucial one, is to take radical 100% responsibility. It is so easy to blame the government, the economy, our parents, anything and everything else. But you know what? When you blame, you give away all your power. The moment you say, "This is on me," you take that power back. You stop being a victim and you become the architect. And part of owning your life is shining as brightly as you possibly can. Forget that old advice about not standing out or fitting in. No way. If you have a gift, a talent, something you're amazing at, you have to unleash it. Don't ever shrink yourself just to make other people feel comfortable. Your job is to be the sun. Okay, let's move on to our second pillar, and you'll see how this builds on the first. Once your inner world is sorted out, you need a laser-sharp external focus. This is where you point all of that new energy. In school, they teach us to fix what we're bad at. You get 4 A's and 1 F, and where does all the focus go? Right on that F. But the real world, it works the exact opposite way. Success comes from doubling down, even tripling down on your A's. Your strengths are your superpower. The goal isn't to be okay at everything, it's to be world-class at one thing. Think about it like this. Your energy, your talent, it's like sunlight. It's incredibly powerful, right? It warms the entire planet. But because it's so spread out, it can't start a fire. Your effort, when it's scattered across a dozen different things, is exactly the same. Powerful, but not effective. But what happens when you introduce focus? Well, focus is the magnifying glass. It takes all of that scattered energy and it concentrates it into one single incredibly powerful beam. A laser that is literally capable of starting a fire. That's what happens when you master your strengths. Now, part of focusing is also knowing when to quit. The source material had this great analogy. Imagine you pay for a movie ticket. You sit down, and 20 minutes in, you realize the movie is awful. What do? So many people stay thinking, well, I already paid for it. That is the sunk cost fallacy. The money for the ticket is gone no matter what. The smart move is to walk out and save the one resource you can never get back, your time. Okay, on to pillar 3. So you've worked on your inner world. You've sharpened your focus. What's next? It's time to manage your environment, and specifically, the people you let into your orbit. This is such a powerful idea. We're all taught to be agreeable, to say yes to opportunities. But think about it. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't move you toward your goals, you're automatically saying no to your own future. Learning to say a clear, confident no is a legitimate superpower. And that's really all about setting boundaries. Look, boundaries are not about being mean or shutting people out. They're about protecting your time and your energy, your most valuable assets. If you don't decide how people get to use your time, believe me, they will be more than happy to decide for you. And we've all met these people, right? The energy vampires. You spend an hour with them, and afterward, you feel like you just ran a marathon and need a 3-hour nap. They just drain your positivity and your drive. Just being able to identify who these people are in your life is the critical first step. So the key takeaway here is to be as strategic with who you spend your time with as you are with your money.
Do a little friend inventory. Ask yourself, after I hang out with this person, do I feel energized or do I feel drained? You have to surround yourself with people who genuinely want to see you grow, not people who just want your help so they can grow.
And this brings us to our final pillar, playing the long game. This is all about building the resilience, the grit, the patience you need for massive success. Because let's be real, it never ever happens overnight. The iceberg metaphor is just perfect for this. We all see the success, the awards, the big business, the viral fame. That's the tiny tip of the iceberg sticking out of the water. What we don't see is the massive 90% that's underwater, the years of failure, the late nights, the constant practice, and all the struggle. So what's this number? 400. That's how many videos the world's biggest YouTuber, Mr. Beast, made before his channel even started to go viral. 400 videos. I mean, that is the definition of playing the long game. It's proof of the massive, unseen effort that comes before the win. And on that long journey, you are guaranteed to face huge problems. But here's the key mindset shift. You would never blame a 30-kilogram dumbbell for being heavy, would you? Of course not. You just realize you need to build more muscle to lift it. Problems are the exact same thing. They're just dumbbells for your mind and your skills. And this lays out the growth cycle beautifully. Every time you face a real challenge and you push through it, you don't just solve a problem. You literally level up. You unlock a new capacity inside yourself, which then prepares you for the next, even bigger challenge. It's a constant upward spiral. And that leveling up, it doesn't have to be some huge, dramatic thing every day. The power of compounding is absolutely insane. A tiny, tiny improvement, just 1% better each day, leads to an exponential change over a year. You won't just be better, you will be almost unrecognizable. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on. Picture the person you really want to be in 5 years. Now, take a hard look at your habits today. What you're doing, who you're spending time with, what you're focusing on. Do they line up? Because your future self isn't going to magically appear. It's being built right now, one daily habit at a time.